spread a little aloha around the world at breakfast with Bob.
Thank you, Poncho Man. Welcome back, everybody. Breakfast with Bob, our Not Quite Kona edition. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spas. As fuels go longer, Hoka Let's Fly, Form Smart Swim Goggles, DeBoer Wetsuits, Quintana Roo, Zoot, the original triathlon brand, Premium Plus Sports, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest is putting on the 2024 Collegiate Club Championships at beautiful Lake Mission Viejo. Todd Gollnick joins us. Todd, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you today, Bob?
You know, anytime I talk about collegiate clubs, I get pretty excited because I think that is the future of our sport. Every time I go out to Triton Man Triathlon and there's all these colleges, USC, UCLA, all these kids loving our sport. You know, when we think about our sport, it's sort of this aging sport, and I see how much these kids love it. It really gets me juiced up for seeing for the fact that they love the sport and they're going to be in the sport for the next 20, 30 years with the wherewithal to be able to afford to be in the corrals. And that bodes well for our race directors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. We're excited about it as well.
So you've been in other parts of the country before with the Collegiate Club Championships. Obviously, you come to Southern California, there's a price tag that comes with that. But
very true.
It's a big. What's the diff cost-wise between being in Lake Mission Viejo or being in Alabama somewhere?
We came from Georgia the last couple of years,
Georgia,
Lake Lanier outside of Atlanta. And yeah, we're probably looking at, from a production standpoint, about at least 3 times the cost coming out to Southern California. Now, it's been a goal of USA Triathlon to be able to move this event back to the West Coast for a long time, but it's definitely been a challenge to, kind of try and find that right venue, right city, right partnerships to try and pull it off and make it happen. And so no easy task, but we also are excited about the opportunity to move it back west after many years.
And there'll be usually got over 100 collegiate teams.
Yeah, so we're looking at last year we had about 120, and so we'll probably have at least that or more. One of the big initiatives of USA Triathlon is really to push that collegiate club program this year and continue to add more universities and more schools. And so 120 plus universities, over 1,500, the country's best collegiate triathletes will converge on Mission Viejo, and should be an awesome weekend of racing for sure.
So we're talking the things kick off. Everybody picks up their stuff on Friday evening, April 12th. Saturday is a male draft legal, female draft legal, mixed relay. And then the Olympic distance race is on Sunday the 14th.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And so talk a little bit about just how you got involved with putting on the collegiate races and what you get out of it.
Well, for us, it's just more of a passion project, to be honest with you. My wife, Heather, a pro triathlete for many decades, multi-time Ironman champion, and we've just had a passion for triathlon for a long period of time. We've been doing race directing. It's something that I've really enjoyed. And we talked to USA Triathlon back in kind of the COVID era. There was some trouble putting this event together, trying to find the right kind of venue for it. We approached USA Triathlon and said, hey, we'd love to help if we can find a venue. What do you think about us producing this event? And we were able to find one in Lake Lanier in Georgia and kind of jumped in. And so for us, I think the big thing was we wanted to make this a special event for the collegiate triathlete. And we wanted it the entire weekend to be completely focused on college triathlon. We didn't want this coupled with another event and just kind of another thing going on during the course of the weekend. These kids deserve, kind of their time, their time and time to shine, basically. And so we wanted to make this as special as we possibly could for them. And so that's kind of the driving force behind why we wanted to jump in and thought we could produce a really cool event that kind of highlighted these kids and gave them a chance to kind of showcase their talents.
Well, yeah, it's what I love about it is doing the Triton Man. I'll be running along and 3 kids will pass me and their combined ages don't add up to me, right? It's one of the few races where the median age is what, 20.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. So also you've got on Sunday, you'll have the open male and female and PC open. So there'll be physically challenged athletes there as well.
Yeah, that's something new. We had it in Lake Lanier, Georgia. Didn't have any participants, but we're excited about the opportunity to kind of offer that. And so we're hoping that some folks will be able to take advantage of it out here in California.
When you say PC Open, again, that's collegiate, correct? So it's
Absolutely, yeah,
okay.
yep.
It's
Just on
all
the collegiate
collegiate
level.
kids. So we need to do some recruiting from our CAF database to see who's in college and who can
Yep,
come down and participate.
yep, exactly.
And talk a little bit about just when I look at collegiate clubs, and we had, Cal Berkeley comes down here every year and trains during the winter, and Dean Harper has, 60 kids coming down to train. They have 150 members at our club. Just the growth of these clubs. Because when we look at our sport, like I said, it's an aging sport. A lot of events have gone away. We need an infusion of youth, and we need an infusion of enthusiasm and kids who love our sport to help out our race directors moving forward. Have you seen that a lot of these kids move on because you've been doing the collegiate thing long enough where they're staying in the sport?
Absolutely. And there's just an excitement level. And so we're also, my wife is a head coach at Liberty University here in Virginia. And just to be able to work with these athletes, these, college students, some who are fantastic runners, maybe in high school or swimmers, but just like, hey, what is the sport of triathlon kind of all about? We want to check this thing out. And we've been able to really develop a program of taking kids at all different talent levels, whether they even have that background in triathlon, but to see their passion and excitement kind of for the sport itself, for getting into it. And you can tell that this is going to be kind of a lifelong deal for these kids. I mean, they're hooked. And so, like you said, this is, as far as we're concerned too, the future of the sport.
In terms of sponsorships coming to for the event next April, are you limited to USA Tri sponsors, or can other sponsors come on board?
No, it's a completely wide open slate. And so absolutely, we are looking for any kind of support, any kind of sponsorships. I think we offer some incredible opportunities. If you think about it, if you're a business who's trying to market towards this age group, and I can bring you in front of 120 plus universities from every region of the country, 1,500, of the best athletes who are going to continue in this sport moving forward. To me, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, if you're in the endurance industry, or if you have a business that wants to get the opportunity to network in a very unique way to these schools all at once, I mean, this is a perfect fit.
And in terms of the expo part of it, is it go Friday, Saturday, Sunday then?
Yes, exactly. Yep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So teams will start moving in midday on Friday, set up their team tents, and the energy is just flowing from then through the end of Sunday. So it's one of the cool things about Collegiate Club, I think, is just the passion these kids, come in with the universities and the excitement. And it's such a fun event. And so we're pumped about it.
Well, and the venue, when you talk Lake Mission Viejo, the 84 Olympic Games that's where the road race was. So
exactly.
You're racing on Olympiad Boulevard. I mean, that's that's pretty sweet. Do you see collegiate clubs as a potential funnel for Olympic athletes down the line?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm blown away at the talent level that some of these kids have, and some of the schools, the top level producing schools, the California schools, the Queens, some of the kids even coming out of our small school here at Liberty. There's some hidden talent throughout the country. And so absolutely, these are great feeder programs into the next level. And yeah, it's exciting.
So we also have the NCAA program, which is for women, and it's at 40 some schools now around the US. How does that you look at it as competition with the program you're doing, or is it separate? Do you see both of them as feeders for the Olympics? How do you relate to the NCAA program?
Yeah, it's so cool that it is, out of the emerging sport realm and now, considered a full on NCAA sport. Right. So it's super exciting to see where it's going. I think from, you talk about just the amount of kids and students participating in both collegiate club, larger database of kids, obviously, because it's including the male triathletes as well. And so, these kids aren't on scholarship and type of things. And so you can get the schools like you're talking about out in California that may have 60, 100 members to their programs, where these NCAA teams are carrying, 6 to maybe 8, 10 athletes, something like that, far more limited And so I think that we're reaching, a much greater audience, obviously, on the club level at the moment.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, I look at that program is under supported at this point, your program, because I think this is our future. These are the kids who are going to fill up the corrals for the next couple decades, and they need to be supported. This event this weekend needs to be supported at a level that you'll want to come back to Southern California. Is it a multi-year deal? Is it a 1-year deal? What are you set up with right now?
This is a 2-year deal right now. And, we'll just kind of see how it goes over the course of the next 2 years, what kind of support we get, and see if we have the ability to keep it on the West Coast for a little bit.
And if I'm a race director in Southern California, this is like a perfect opportunity to be getting a booth at the expo, to showcasing your upcoming events, because all these college kids are looking for places to race.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. We welcome it.
I love it. How much time will you be spending out here? Will you be traveling back and forth?
Yeah, we're back and forth for meetings a lot. In fact, I'll be out there in a few weeks, back in December again, for our next round of meetings with the city of Mission Viejo, and we'll continue to kind of work through the logistics of pulling this off. So, we're out there a fair amount. Pretty cool.
And obviously, you'll have, with the athletes racing, you'll get parents, you'll get some, local folks supporting. Okay for people to come out and spectate? Is there, in terms of spectators, any limitations? So talk a little bit about, because obviously we want to fill this place up for cheering these athletes on.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously parents are out there, but just local triathletes to get the support to come out. You want to see some exciting events. I mean, when you talk about the high intensity of like this mixed relay is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in the last couple of years go on, especially on the collegiate level. You want to see some intensity and fun and, passion for your school going on, all as these kids do these super sprint triathlons kind of right before you. And so super spectator friendly, from that to the draft legal, multi-loops, on the bike, a couple on the run. And so really exciting, if you're into the sport of triathlon, it's a great spectator opportunity, a lot of fun.
And then the Orange County Triathlon, that'll be a separate weekend, correct? But basically on the same course.
Yeah, exactly. It follows us a couple weeks after us. Will be the Orange County Triathlon. Yep.
I love that. That's going to be really cool. So if somebody's racing 2 weeks later to sort of get a sense of the event, that makes perfect sense for them to be down there and watching these some of the best athletes in this country taking on that course.
Absolutely. You're going to be, competing potentially on that exact same course a couple of weeks later. So for sure, it's a great opportunity to scope it out and catch some of the excitement.
Now, Todd, are you still racing?
Personally, no. No. Heather's still chasing down all these college students, though, so it's kind of fun to watch her at 53, still leaving in the dust a little bit. So it's
I saw she was 4th at Catalina Marathon last year, right?
She jumped into that. Thought that would be fun. We saw you there. That was a really cool event. It's pretty fun. So, she's got a passion for those endurance sports, and so it's fun.
So, Todd, for people to find out more information on the Collegiate Club Championships at Lake Mission Viejo coming up next 13th and 14th of April, where do they go? What's the website?
Website is usatrychamps.com. And so the full schedule is posted there right now, all the different course maps, everything you basically want to know. You can connect with us through that website. Send me an email if you're interested in a potential partnership, sponsorship. You want to come and be a vendor potentially at the expo. Plenty of opportunities for you to be involved, potentially volunteer. We've been hearing from people locally in the area who are triathletes saying, hey, this is super exciting coming out. How can we help? What can we do? And so it's your way to connect with us through that website. So love to hear from you.
Love it. Todd Gollnick has been our guest again. This is the 2024 Collegiate Club Championships at beautiful Lake Mission Viejo. If you haven't been to Lake Mission Viejo, that's the site of the Orange County Performing Arts Center Triathlon from way back when. And they have that Orange County Triathlon there now. Draft legal, mixed relay, the Olympic bike, actually San Diego Canyon. That's going to be awesome.
Yep.
And then on Sunday is the Olympic race, which is awesome. Perfect. Yep. Todd, thank you, bud, for taking some time. I'm excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, Todd Gollnick has been our guest again. Everybody, thanks for tuning in for Breakfast with Bob. We'll catch you next time. See ya.